welcome to Under the Covers, episode 9. I am your presenter, Nick. This is your presenter, Jett.
Hi.
And many of you may notice the difference in our surroundings. We are actually in St. Augustine, Florida for a personal getaway.
Yep.
I love it.
It's so good.
It's so great.
It's so good.
And the timing of it works out pretty well. Yeah, we're holding our microphones today like we're stand-up comedians. The timing of it works out really well because we're actually putting together a couple of improvements for the show. So for episodes 9 and 10, you'll see us here. And then when we come back for episode 11, a couple of improvements. No big changes. So it's still going to be us. It's still going to be interviews and music. But we're doing a little bit of a revamp of the space where we are. Maybe some equipment upgrades. Some other maybe good fun changes. We don't want to announce everything yet, but spoiler alert, we might have our first musical guest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We won't say who, but it's coming.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just said yes. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. We've been talking to them. Like, hey, would you come on the show and talk about a song we want to cover of yours? And they said, sure. It's kind of, they were a person of few words. Sure was about the extent of their acceptance, but I'm still thrilled.
Still exciting.
Yeah, super exciting. So we'll see that in hopefully a few episodes. So, but today, episode 9.
We were thinking about what to do, and I had a couple of ideas. And as we were driving up to St. Pete to see in Living Color,
Living Color
and Extreme,
amazing,
which was a great show. We were going over these songs in the car, and we were both like, maybe not so much. And so I said, well, help me think of some stuff, because I'm never good on the spot, and I hadn't really prepared anything. And so you suggested
I suggested a song,
and I was like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to do that one.
and
so it was perfect, because this would have been a choice of mine, but you suggested it, and I was totally on board. So it's okay that it's a group effort.
Yeah,
no one stole this thunder.
it was cool to sort of come to like a mutual consensus of, what about this? Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yep, like pretty much knew already all the lyrics, because this is definitely a fave of mine, and I would love to dedicate this one to Chili, because this is a girlfriend of mine who I met when I was working at Whole Foods, and I kind of immediately fell in love with her because she was the cutest thing ever. And we started playing guitar together, and she actually taught me some really cool chords and stuff that I still remember, because I'm the worst. I just play by ear. And I'm like, I don't know.
Why
what's
is that
this
the
chord?
worst?
Because I'm just kind of inept. I just play by ear. And so I figure out chords, and I'm like, what's this? She's like, that's a B.
I think most of us guitar players play by ear.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of us do.
I don't know. Some people like solely read tab, or, like.
Yeah. Those are nerds. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Anyways. So anyway, she and I we've played guitar together for a number of years, off and on. It's really hard to get time together, but when we do, we have a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
so
I don't think I've met her yet.
I don't know. You've definitely heard me talk about her, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met her in person.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to meeting you.
She's awesome. She is awesome. So.
Well, I had a feeling that you would be on board with this suggestion, because it's a 90s like rock tune. And I think both of us kind of have a really strong love and connection for 90s music and the 90s culture in general, I think. We're both pretty on board.
How apt that I'm in flannel.
You're wearing a flannel. Yeah. Well, that's unintentionally on point.
Nope. That is hilarious.
That's funny. Okay. That wasn't even on purpose.
Alrighty then.
That's awesome.
You know what I was thinking the other day too?
What?
That as I was pulling this flannel out, I was like, I really want to wear more flannel, but like it's getting hot. And I was like, maybe just like, because this is thick. This is very soft.
Yeah.
Like, I love it so much.
Same.
And I found it on a road trip. Not a road trip. No, that's not a road trip.
Okay.
It was, we were in Rhode Island. I was with my friend Ben. And
that's a road trip from here.
Well, yeah, but I flew.
Oh, okay. Okay. It was on an adventure.
Yes, an adventure, yeah. Yeah. And we were just popping into some secondhand stores and I found this and I was like, oh my God, it's mine. Anyway, that aside, I want more flannel in my life.
Okay. Well, you spent some time living in Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you have this before or after Seattle?
This?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is in the last 2 years I've had this, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. As worn as it looks. It's not.
I was excited that you said yes to this because I wanted to learn a little bit. I feel like I knew about this band, and I was kind of like had about 75% of the knowledge that I thought I had.
Oh, okay.
Like I knew that it was this is like a quote unquote super group that's a blend of like two 90s juggernaut Seattle bands, but I wasn't 100% sure on which members were in which. I did know that this band existed, number one, as a tribute to the singer of Mother Love Bone, Andrew Wood, who had passed away.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they put together this band as a tribute to him. And then of the two bands that comprise this super group, one of them was already signed and they were putting out music. The next one was signed, but they hadn't put out their first album yet. So it was like a super group of breaking bands, which I thought was neat.
That's pretty awesome, yeah.
And, this is a song that I think everybody has heard and is familiar with. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know this until I looked into it further that, the song features two singers on it. And one of those, I guess, is not a full-time singer. He just dropped in for a couple of tracks. He's not on the whole album. Okay. I thought that the whole album was both of them just going crazy. Okay. And I'm ashamed to admit, so here's the thing. when grunge and like alt rock kind of came along, I was really I really personally like shut the door on it. I was like, I hate that stuff. I don't want it. I don't want to hear any of it. Because I was an angry teenager, and I was mostly angry that they showed up to shut the lights off on hair metal, which I was super into. Of like, no, what do you mean? Like, no one's gonna go and buy all of these Cinderella and Skid Row albums anymore. That can't be over. I mean, it's funny that it's back a decade or two later, but at the time I was like, no, that's not what I like, and I resented the popularity of this genre coming in. And then only maybe a few years ago, I went back to it and listened to Bad Motorfinger for the first time, and I was like, this is amazing. These guys are so good. I was really just kicking myself in the balls on that one. I was the only one that suffered on that. It was kind of sucked.
No, I think that's the story for a lot of us in different ways and different genres of music, and even music that we loved then and still love now, we go back and listen to the lyrics and go, oh yeah, oh my God, wow, it's even so poignant today. I didn't even know what the hell it meant then. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You go, oh shit. But even different genres of music that you didn't like before, you come back to and you're like, why was I such an idiot?
This is good.
This is really good, man.
Yeah. I was only depriving myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like, the big wigs at the music company is like, oh, Nick's not listening to this? Well, shut it down, guys. No one did that. Not even close.
We can't get the Pappas behind us? Fuck it.
So you said when I suggested this song, you're like, yeah. You really, obviously were already familiar with this song. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your excitement about this song and why it speaks to you and why you're like, oh, I've always wanted to do that.
It's just a great song. I don't really know. It's just one of those things where you can't put your finger on it, but it just people who know the song, which many of them do, or every time it comes on, you're like, oh yeah. It's just one of those.
It is.
It's just one of those.
It is a classic. It really is a classic.
And then when I really got to look at the lyrics and stuff, I knew what the lyrics were, but a couple of them, there's oh shit, that's what he's saying. Oh yeah. Oh, that makes total sense. Mm-hmm. And it is ever so poignant the more about the world we learn. Sure.
I feel like the themes of this song are also very Jetty.
Very much so.
Yeah. Like we said, the band has two singers. Well, they had one singer, but a second singer on this song and on a couple other songs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else hears that, but we're actually staying somewhere where there are neighbors sharing our wall.
I don't think they can hear.
Yeah, probably not. It's fun for us.
Someone just started running the vacuum.
So there are two singers on this song, and I felt like we did something that I was excited to come up with this. Not personally, but I was excited that this idea came out, and we were like, we should do this. Because the first couple of takes that we did the song, you were kind of vocally going back and forth of like, I'm singing it this way for the singer and this way for the singer. And you had to kind of do this. Yeah.
And so like, because it's recorded the way it is, I was like, could we do 2 vocal takes and I can come in so it doesn't sound so chopped? And you were thinking it over, and I'm like, we'll just drop another vocal track in there. He's like, yeah, but I have an idea. And I was like, ooh.
well, my reservation was like, yeah, we can record another vocal track, but visually, what does that look like?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but then I was like, well, what if we just taped you recording it both times, 2 different ways? Maybe we give you a little bit of an outfit change so that here's singer A and then here's singer B.
Yeah.
And you get them both.
Yeah.
And you just flip back and forth between them. We've never done anything like that.
It was super fun.
I think the closest we can, when we did the Portishead thing, I did like a solo that was like separate from my regular performance. So I think that sort of informed like, oh, you know what? We can get away with this, and maybe here's how. And I was so excited to do it.
Yeah.
I haven't cut it together yet, so I'm excited to see it, but I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And you ended up doing 2 vocal tracks.
Yep.
So awesome.
Which was it was way more comfortable. So I didn't feel like I was like chopping myself up because one is a very low register and one's a very high register. And so it takes a lot to switch that quickly.
Yeah.
And so putting another vocal track in there was way easier. So, but I like the little outfit change was cute too.
Yeah.
It's not representative of the singers. It's just representative of the difference.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just visually there is Bridget A and Bridget B.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Visually there is Jett A and Jett B.
Yeah.
So would you like to introduce this song that we collaboratively agreed on?
Yes.
Go for it.
This is Hunger Strike by Temple of the Dog.
Well, I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farming babies, the slaves are all working. Blood is on the table, the mouths are all choking, but I'm going hungry. Yeah, I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence. But I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farming babies, the slaves are all working. And it's on the table, the mouths are all choking, but I'm going hungry. Going hungry. Yeah.
Hey everybody, hopefully you have loved what you've seen and heard so far and had as much fun watching as we did putting it all together. So please follow us and like and comment at UTC Music Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And then we have a Patreon account where you will get behind the scenes footage and some extra unique discussions about the tracks where we get super emo about some stuff. And there'll probably be some blooper reels because words are hard. So we'll see you soon. Thanks.